Whatever happened to he's injured, he's even got the ball. Take it off him, give it to someone else to play it, and let's get on with the game.
I think the HIA is taking over, Garlick.
No, well, it's getting...
They reckon it could
it's
be...
getting rorted.
I know it's getting rorted.
It's getting rorted.
I understand that.
The refs, easiest target in the game, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know how you look at it, but are they getting it right? It seems when they ref Origin, it's different to your week in, week out NRL. Spud, where are you on this?
Yeah, why is that? But they've been taught how to officiate a game. Why are they told in the ear to say, oh no, we must go there?
Because you can't see everything, Spud. When you've got 20 cameras at home, when every, and let's face it, 99.9% of the viewers that are watching the game are watching it from TV. You can't have 20 cameras where everyone at home sees everything. And the poor ref, he doesn't see anything.
Yeah, but it's okay to go.
Why can't he get a tip in his ear? Because otherwise you get it wrong.
But why is it taking so long to get the result?
You're watching your team, you see it's no try.
NFL.
But you've got to get the right decision. If it takes a minute or two,
I understand that, but mate, can't we back the referee to go, even when you know it's a try, why does he have to check it every bloody time?
Because they're human. They're human and they'll make mistakes.
Because it's also, it's all we talk about all week is how they got it wrong.
We have this technology now, why would we not use the technology?
If you don't look at it, everybody will spend the whole week going, well, that was a knock-on and he didn't bloody give it. Well,
exactly right.
That's
why he's got to be able to...
And we can all see it straight away.
If you would like the tip, if it's obvious, and you could see it at home, you can see it on the cameras, why wouldn't you, as a referee, be want to be
Most times when there's a try, it's a try, okay? You don't need to go and check the put down when you know it's been put down properly. Why ever say, we'll go and check that?
But there's something that you should be introduced to. It's called the New South Wales Cup, and if you don't like video referees, you can go and watch it. It's full of people. There's no video refs.
Yeah, and you walk away.
He's pretty good.
And mistakes are made.
We just move on. Look, the thing that annoys me is that in Australia, you have this obsession with changing the rules based on how important the game is. You know, in Super League, we sent somebody off 5 minutes into the grand final because it was a sending off. Like, we all remember Adrian Morley being sent off 12 seconds into a game because it was a sending off.
Here's a novel thought. I reckon the way the game is officiated is bang on. Let them go in Origin because they're the best players. They deserve a little more, leeway because they're the best. They're doing what they can. I think it's about right. I think they've got it about right.
So previously, think how much time we wasted. You was complaining about the wasting time. The amount of time you'd wasted going, well, was that a hand on the ruck? Was that on the ball? Get on with it. Just get on with it. Nobody cares. It's not a huge deal.
Why have we taken the backward step that every time someone gets injured now, it doesn't matter where they are, we stop the game? Whatever happened to he's injured, he's even got the ball. Take it off him, give it to someone else to play it, and let's get on with the game.
I think the HIA is taking over, Garlick.
No, well, it's getting...
They reckon it could be...
It's getting rorted.
I know it's getting rorted.
It's getting rorted.
I understand that.
In terms of this feigning injury to slow the game down, to stop the game, if you go down and the game has to stop for you, you've got to go off.
So, Spud, leave how the game's being officiated or change it?
They change rules for different games, so I think maybe we need a bit of a change. We need the same equilibrium of
equal or what?
I can't say that word. Equilibrium.
You want it to change, so you want it to change, so it's all the same.
I want it all the same. Like I said, why should we have a different game in Origin where there's only 10 penalties?
Yep.
When we watch a game on the weekend, there's 25 for the same ruck infringements and penalties and things, hands in the ruck. Why does it change in Origin?
Garlo?
I think we've got to keep reviewing because coaches, they exploit rules. So we've got to keep reviewing the rules to see where they're getting exploited and be on the front foot. Like these players going down getting injured, mate, it's the biggest turn-off in the game.
Mike?
I think you should just officiate Origin like they officiate every other game. That's my number one hatred, is people going on about as if Origin wasn't also a game of rugby league. And I think Spud should watch the New South Wales Cup if you don't like the bunker.
And I think just keep it the same. Because there's not a lot wrong with it, even though we always find something wrong with it. Yeah. That's life. Souths, guys, they've got a decision to make. Should they move back to the new stadium, built in the east of Sydney, Moore Park, or stay where they are at Homebush? Before we get your biased views, ex-Souths boys, Mike, what do you reckon?
It's obvious to me, man. All their members live in Western Sydney. They got the data, they know where they live in Western Sydney. It makes no sense.
They live there because the stadium's there. That's why they live there. People don't want to travel.
You're a big Southsman, I know, but you don't move house, so you're close to the
The South members, we're not travelling to Homebush. This is not South's home ground. We're not going there.
Okay, we're talking about a ground which we were lucky enough to play at the Sydney Football Stadium. They've now created this magnificent piece of somewhere to go and play. And why they don't have to make a decision. They should be told to be going there. They don't need to make a decision.
I'm with Mike, not in the sense that they should just play all their games at Homebush, but really you look at Souths, and they're a club a little bit that sold their soul. So how are you going to get it back? Well, you just let it go. You don't try and get it back. They moved from Redfern. They went to the Sydney Football Stadium. They didn't like that because, I don't know, they just felt like moving out to Homebush for money. So they moved out there, and now it's convenient to move back. That, to me, screams of a club that doesn't know its own identity.
The reason the Rabbitohs moved to Homebush was after the Olympics, they had a white elephant out there, and the government were desperate to have
some money.
Someone play out of that ground. And so South weren't travelling all that well at the time. In fact, were close to bankruptcy, even though they got back into the competition, and they got a deal that you could not refuse.
So they sold their soul.
They took the cash.
There was other sides as well that went out there. But also, you think of the Roosters have been playing at the SCG. Let them stay there.
That's fine.
Look, you lads are old. You've played in the past. You're from the past.
He's old.
You just know the way that the world is now. Sydney is only going in one direction, and that's west. Western Sydney's getting bigger and bigger. That's where the people live. Most of South Sydney's fans, let's be honest, that's where they live. It's all well and good, if you want to drive in, you want to go and drive and park at Moore Park, it's an easy place to get to. But you want to go and have a beer, you want to have something to eat.
Where are you going to have a beer at Homebush? There's nothing there.
Just go to the local IGA, put it in a paper bag and walk along the street. It's fine.
But if you look at where the soccer stadiums now in the Premier League, like the most successful sports league in the world, they're building new stadiums out on the edge because people travel to them.
Are they building rectangular stadiums or round stadiums?
Yeah, well, that's where the money is in the rectangular stadiums. But if you look
this
at
is a round stadium, or an oval stadium.
Where Man United's ground isn't in the middle of Manchester. Liverpool, they're right in the middle of Anfield in the city centre, but Everton, they're building one on the edge.
Yeah, what is this bloke talking about?
Oh, mate, I can't work out what he's saying. I need an interpreter. He did say it.
Sometimes we need it for you too.
Probably, but I'm speaking very slowly.
It's good when you watch it back, they'll put subtitles.
Oh my God.
For everyone.
Blanders has got it right.
Look at that.
Let's play rugby league on rectangular stadiums. Let's build these suburban home grounds.
It's purpose-built for rugby league. We're going to have 40,000 people there every week. Every week, not 20,000, 5,000.
We're not going to have 40,000 South fans at a game.
There'll be 40,000.
No chance. Every week?
I can't wait to see this new stadium open, and I can't wait to hear the roar of the South Sydney fans. As they said, we've got 31,000 fans now.
You've got South Uni's just up the road, which is South's spiritual home ground in terms of where to go to after a game. You'll have fans jumping on the tram, going 5 minutes down the road.
With South, it shouldn't... The way that they've treated themselves in terms of, looking after themselves financially, moving out the Homebush, really could almost drop the South, part of South, just calling the Sydney Rabbitohs.
The Sydney Tigers is back.
What about when it was the Sydney Tigers, it was the Sydney Bulldogs, it was the Sydney Roosters.
Dolphins.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No, it's called South Sydney. It's been going since day dot, and they're such a proud club. You go and tell Russell that, mate.
Oh, no, I'll get my head knocked off.
He'll find out where you live,
Cinderella man would come back all of a sudden. Yeah. No, in all honesty, keep the South Sydney. But really, they don't have a set location. They are now Sydney-wide. So keep playing in Homebush.
It's just about to be built, and
keep
they've got to be
there
with the Roosters. And what it'll do, imagine what it'll do to that existing rivalry. When they share a home ground, it's like two neighbours that hate each other. It's just ongoing battles every day, throwing barbs across the fence.
Or a footy player on the journo.
Mike, we're next to not only rugby league royalty here, but business royalty. We've got two guys after they've stopped playing who've gone on to successful business careers. Spud with his gym, Garlo with his pies. Maybe they're linked, I think. They eat the pies, they go to the gym.
The only linkage is I give him free pies for his Christmas party because he doesn't like paying, this bloke.
No, but they are the best pies,
that's true.
Big in meat.
Thin on pastry, big on meat.
I know the calls, mate. I know how to do it.
So it made me think, who, after a rugby league career, has gone on to just blitz it in life and have a really successful time of it outside rugby league?
Well, I've got two.
Yeah.
I'm going to blow wind up this bloke's ass because I'm so proud of Garlo. He's he's one of my great mates. But the thing is, to see where he came from, it was a policeman when we were playing footy. But to open up his first shop, and I remember going there for a pie eating contest.
Yeah.
And just smashing all these pies. But he then backed himself, and now what he's doing, mate, he should be. I think he's up there, but I've got another one up my sleeve.
Well, do it.
No, I'll let these other guys have a crack.
I'm going to hit you with Sam Muller. Finished up playing at the Catalans. He's now playing in the French competition. They play in the winter, so all the winter he's playing his footy, having a run around with his mates. And now he's got a coffee cart selling flat whites to all the Australian players at the Catalans out on the beach. He lives on the beach in France.
Oh, man, well,
he is living the dream.
That's a lifestyle.
Well, my man, he's probably one of the greatest that's ever played. And he's no doubt had the greatest career post-football, and it was one of the first.
Thanks, mate.
No. And that's the great Ronnie Coote.
Oh, the Ronnie Coote.
Yeah, he was like the innovator for McDonald's when they first came out in the 70s. And he had stores in King's Cross, Marrickville, Maroubra. And he's still got 3 down the coast at Bomaderry, Nowra. He's been doing it for 50 years.
Wow.
50 years, since the 70s.
Not only that, he became rhyming slang for something that
That's
we
right,
all
Ronnie
enjoy.
Coote.
I've got one for you.
Yeah.
Who'd that remind you of?
Oh, Mad Dog.
I remember he said, have you seen the size of my calves? I went, you get calves, mate. So he pulls his tracksuit pants up and shows his calves off. It's like, what are you doing, mate? But the way he used to slap his legs
We
before
used to
a
talk
game.
to his thighs.
He took his legs
He'd say,
down. Don't let me down.
Don't let me down today. I'm relying
but
on
to
you.
see what
Right.
he's done in business, with his man shake.
Yeah.
We've all had a go with the man shake. It tastes great, and he
speak for
sold it. So,
yourself.
More
Speak
free
for
samples?
yourself.
Did you get free samples, Spud?
so you have to pay for that.
Some have to pay, yeah.
So I see your ones from the Northern Hemispheres. I see you, Garlo, as well. I saw yours, Spud, and including our man, Mad Dog.
Yes.
But I won up the lot of you with this man by the name of Wes Mars. So Wes retired with a little bit of coin in his pocket. So he went back out to Dubbo, decided to buy a Bobcat. And he went from Bobcat to tipper truck, and now he owns all this equipment for building and construction and the like and all these things. And at last glance, he was worth about $1 billion.
Wow.
That is a success
Are we
story.
going on the success story of how much money he's made? So he's made $1 billion. I reckon, someone told me the Magnod, he sold his business for close to 400 or 500 million.
Well, again, we're talking about money. My guy, Ronnie Coote, he's been doing it for 50 years.
50 years is one thing, but let me take you to Cannes Plage. The waves are lapping on the French shore. You think, what's that? It's Sam Moa's coffee cart. He's coming in. Jimmy Maloney walks
That's
up,
hard work. It
buys
sounds
a
like
flat
hard work.
white.
So you're judging it on how happy the person is.
Yeah, and he still gets to run around at 40. I don't know how old he is, but he still gets to run around with the French lads in the comp, pass on the knowledge of having won.
Mate, if I'm Wes and I'm having a bad day, I go, hang on a minute, I'll just get my phone out and have a look at my bank. Oh, that's right.
So you think it's a
Look at
monetary
that.
value or a happy value?
I think they're intertwined somewhat.
Sam Moa seems a very happy man. My dad watches him play in the French competition. He says he's still whacking blokes.
Plays with a smile on his face.
Smile on his face. And would you like a coffee as well?
I reckon if you keep doing something for 50 years, you're pretty happy. You like it. You like what
I'll
you're doing.
give Sam a couple of years. He'll get there.
I think we've established there's a lot of success to be had once you retire from rugby league, especially with you, Gala, superb. And Spud, look forward to the flotation of the gym for $1 billion when you take it to the stock market. Good luck, mate.
Everything's for sale, mate.
Everyone knows their price, but
His is 3 pies.